everybody. My name is Melissa Bauman. I am the program manager here for Erie MetroParks, and today we're going to tell you all about the Discovery Trail here at Osborn MetroPark. The easiest way to enter here is off of Hall Road, the entrance off of Hall Road for Osborn MetroPark. You can also get on the Discovery Trail from the other side of the park, like from the playground side, but the easiest spot is definitely from here. The Discovery Trail is made up of 5 play pods, and the whole purpose is to go for a walk and to find play and learn along the way. So you'll see all sorts of different things. Hopefully we'll see some animals along the way, so let's go. This is a trail map, so these are at a lot of the different crossroads, so in case you get lost, you can easily find your way back to the trail. The best part about this trail is if you just want to go to one pod and back, or cut across to a different one, you can do that. So it's very user-friendly.
My name is Mike. I'm one of the naturalists here at Erie MetroParks. And this first pod that we stop at that's right off the Hall Road entrance is the fungus pod. So when you think about fungus, you think about mushrooms and mold that might grow on bread and different things, but this pod gives you a little bit of information based on the parts of mushrooms and fungus and different things that you might see throughout the trail. There's plenty of cool stuff for you guys to play on and climb on and kind of explore a little bit and see what's back here. Also a variety of wayfinding signs for you to help your way if you get lost or if you're not sure which area one of the pods might be that you're looking for.
There are also interpretive signs along the way. So this one has different animal tracks. This trail can be muddy at times, so you can look for different animal tracks along the way. Here's another wayfinding sign, so you can either go to the butterflies or the bees and pollinators pod. We're gonna go to the butterflies. Welcome to the monarch butterfly pod. So as you can see, we have a giant monarch butterfly that you can climb on. This shows the life cycle of a monarch butterfly. So the only part we don't have is an egg, but we can look in the milkweed around here in just a second and see if we can find an egg. So they start as an egg, then they turn into the caterpillar, then they turn into the chrysalis down here, then they turn into the butterfly. Monarch butterflies are one of the coolest animals that we have here that comes through Ohio, and you'll learn about that in another video. Surrounding the butterfly pod, there's lots of this plant. It's called common milkweed, and you can look on it and find eggs like this guy right there.
Tree pod. So this is one of the most interactive pods. So you have things to climb on, there are swings, there are tunnels to crawl through, there's all kinds of good things. There's also an awesome tree identifier, so you can key out different trees that you might find throughout the park. So there's tons of different things for you to look at while you're in this tree pod, as well as interactive play. Living and dead trees are super important to Ohio and Erie Metro Parks. So there are a variety of different mammals and reptiles and birds and even insects that utilize trees for food, shelter, and also just a place to kind of hang out. If we look through our trees, we can find a variety of different animals that might be in there currently, or signs of animals that might have been there before.
Have you ever wondered how photosynthesis works? Well, you're in luck. We have an interpretive sign that explains the whole process.
Hi everybody, I'm Cheryl Kilmer. I'm a naturalist for Erie Metro Parks, and welcome to the Bee Pod. The Bee Pod is all about honeybees. So as you learn about the structure of a honeycomb, you can play on an actual honeycomb, and you can also climb on a little honeybee on top of a red clover. Boys and girls, it's Miss Betsy from the Sandusky Library, and today I'm at one of my favorite parks, Osborn MetroPark. And as you can see right behind me, there's a wooded area, and I have the perfect story to read. It's all about three bears who live in the woods. The name of my story is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, retold and illustrated by Valerie Gorbachev. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a little cottage in the woods. There was a great big father bear, a middle-sized mother bear, and a wee small baby bear. One morning, the three bears decided to go for a walk in the woods while their breakfast porridge cooled. While they were gone, a little girl named Goldilocks came past their cottage. She peeked in the window, and when she saw that no one was at home, she went inside. There on the table sat 3 bowls of porridge. The porridge smelled so delicious that Goldilocks had just had to have some. First she tried the porridge in the great big father bear's great big bowl, but it was too hot. Next she tried the porridge in the middle-sized mother bear's middle-sized bowl, but it was too cold. Then she tried the porridge in the wee small baby bear's wee small bowl, and it was just right, so she ate it all up. When she had finished the porridge, Goldilocks wandered into the sitting room, where she found 3 bears' chairs. First she tried the great big father bear's great big chair, but it was too hard. Next she tried the middle-sized mother bear's middle-sized chair, but it was too soft. Then she tried the wee small baby bear's wee small chair, and it was just right. So Goldilocks sat in the chair and broke it all to bits. Then Goldilocks went upstairs, where she found the 3 bears' beds. First she tried the great big father bear's great big bed, but it was too hard. Next, she tried the middle-sized mother bear's middle-sized bed, but it was too soft. Then she tried the wee small baby bear's wee small bed, and it was just right. So Goldilocks lay down and fell fast asleep. No sooner had Goldilocks fallen asleep than the three bears returned home. Their walk had made them very hungry, so they hurried right into the kitchen. Goldilocks had left the spoon in the great big father bear's porridge. "Someone has been eating my porridge," said the great big father bear in his great big voice. The middle-sized mother bear saw that the spoon had been left in her bowl of porridge too. "Someone has been eating my porridge," said the middle-sized mother bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the wee small baby bear looked at his bowl of porridge. "Someone has been eating my porridge," cried the wee small baby bear in his wee small voice, "and they've eaten it all up." The three bears hurried into the sitting room. Goldilocks had knocked the pillow off the great big father bear's chair. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," said the great big father bear in his great big voice. The pillow on the middle-sized mother bear's chair had been moved too. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," said the middle-sized mother bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the wee small baby bear looked at his chair. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," cried the wee small baby bear in his wee small voice, "and they've broken it to bits." Then the three bears went upstairs. Goldilocks had messed up the covers on the great big father bear's bed. "Someone has been sleeping in my bed," said the great big father bear in his great big voice. The covers on the middle-sized mother bear's bed had been messed up too. "Someone has been sleeping in my bed," said the middle-sized mother bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the wee small baby bear looked at his bed. "Someone has been sleeping in my bed," cried the wee small bear in his wee small voice. "And here she is!" Goldilocks woke up with a start. She leaped out of bed, jumped through the window, clambered down from the roof, and ran away as fast as she could. What happened to Goldilocks afterwards, no one knows. The three bears never saw her again, and they lived happily ever after in their cottage in the woods. Well, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our story that we shared today here at Osborn MetroParks. I had a very good time reading. It was so good to have you here again with me, and I hope to be reading another story soon. So until next time, have a wonderful day.
So here you can do an FBI investigation. This is so you can learn about fallen trees within our parks. And so we can learn about different fungus, bacteria, and invertebrates. So you will see a few fallen logs throughout our metro parks. We keep these logs here because it's valuable habitat to many different organisms. So as you're walking through the parks, keep an eye out and look for that fungus. So this is an opportunity to learn about vernal pools within the metro parks. Vernal pools occur in the springtime. It's when rainfall and snowmelt kind of gather together in the middle of the forest and create really, really vital habitat for amphibians and different invertebrates. sponsors from the Erie County Community Foundation and the Randolph and Estelle Dorn Foundation for sponsoring this trail. Without their help, we couldn't have made this trail possible. And we really hope that you guys come out and check it out. It's super fun and super educational at the same time. And we hope to see you on the trail.